rocking out with the Little Miss Entertainment Show. Awesome. And we're doing the 12 Days of Christmas. Let's go. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a smartphone connected TV. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me what? I forget it. 12 nicks and knocking leather, pumpkin pies, 10 pairs of kicks, 9 Gucci bags, 8 picks of snapping, 7 Sunday, 6 candles burning. That's right. 5 golden rings, 4 fitted jeans, 3 bottles popping, 2 lips of macking. What you know about that Mac lipstick? And 1 smart TV, 4K Netflix. That's right, y'all. Y'all are in the Christmas season. Merry Christmas. Y'all in the Christmas spirit as well.
I tell you, what's up, everybody? And you know what time it is. It's 12 days of podcasts.
That's that lovely time of year once again.
Are you excited?
No, Christmas is really all about the kids, and I am excited about giving. And I know that sounds crazy, but it definitely brings joy. I feel like that's a term that's overlooked a lot. And we got joy hanging up behind you on a tree.
Yes, I made sure that we had joy.
Yeah, joy is something that is often it's hard to receive, but you can get it by giving.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That as you get older, that is something that you look for, like just what brings you joy, and that is to see a smile on the kid's face. So that's why I'm saying it's all about the kids and giving back and supporting them.
Yeah. So if you guys are new, welcome. What's up, everybody? This is the 12 Days of Podcast. This is our 3rd or 4th year doing this. I think it's our 4th year doing this. And so what we do is we bring some holiday joy to everybody and podcast for 12 days straight, just so you guys have a little something to listen to while you're traveling or driving. I don't know if people are doing too much shopping this year, but
they're doing a heck of a lot of shopping.
We'll get into it. But if you're new here, what's up? I know I got a lot of new followers from Clubhouse. What's up from the Clubhouse fam? I know that you have some Clubhouse followers as well. Awesome is the one that put me on. If you guys aren't familiar, Clubhouse is an invite-only app that we have really been enjoying and participating in. And so, do you have any invites left?
I might, for what I've been hearing, they've been charging for them. But as always, if you want to buy something, this episode is brought to you by The Razor Comb. So check out the originalrazorcomb.com or at razor_comb on Instagram and get yourself a comb. This is for short, coarse, curly hair. Just combing it, keeping it lined up and fresh in between haircuts. Really important. So.
Did you cut your hair today with the razor comb?
I did. Well, I didn't do it today, but I actually been using this product for a while, but it really is not branded for men. Like guys are kind of like, as you know, kind of just thrown to the wolves. I've seen guys, clip on razors with paper clips. I've seen people putting combs over hot stoves, trying to push in razors so that it looks perfect, and it's already done. Just order razor comb.
Yep,
that's it.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys follow at _
it's essential
_comb and leave a comment, and then make a purchase, because that would be a really great stocking stuffer for any man in your life. And let me tell you guys the secret. Girls, we've been using these things for forever. This is the tool that your stylist cuts your weave to make the layers in it. It is literally just a comb with a razor blade in it. So it gives you a nice, it does shaping without losing the length of your hair. So women, you can get a razor comb as well. So that's our not so shameless plug. All right. So today for 12 Days of Podcast, we're coming out of the Thanksgiving season and we're heading into the holiday season. And, we are still in this pandemic. It is wild that we are still in this pandemic. And so there's been some travel bans and some parts of the country are going to go back down on what they are calling a lockdown, which is not just a stay at home, but more so everything closes at a curfew and you have to be in the house at a certain time so they can keep the economy stimulated. But in the past, awesome, you used to have to do some heavy duty traveling, right? To go see family and friends. Like you have some road warrior stories from your time in Pittsburgh. So what was it like for you when you were trying to get home for the holidays?
No, I didn't have a problem at all. The reason why I say that is because you got to learn how to travel, man. So many people just see, a low price flight and they just purchase it, and
Hmm.
they don't really get to the art of travel. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's something that
Hmm.
I learned, and I started following these rules. And once I started following the rules, to travel, the rules of the sky, became much more of an enjoyable process for just how much I was traveling. So a lot of people will say, "Oh yeah, I catch 1 or 2 flights a year." You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of travel. No, like traveling was a
Three
huge part of
times a
my
week is a lot of travel.
yeah, traveling was a large part of my job. I was up to 80%. They said 80%, but it ended up being more like 95% travel. And
Hmm.
so I was pretty much gone for months at a time. Yeah, 2 or 3 connecting flights. And I learned that for one, upgrade status, right? So the way you do that is by connection. So I would purposely increase the amount of connections on a flight. So if I'm going to California, 3 connections there, 3 connections back, that's 6. And then you get an upgrade at 25.
Yeah.
And I had a quota for site visits that I was doing. It was 50, a quarter. So I was pushing, you know what I'm saying, which is a lot. And so from there, once I got the upgrade status, you got access to the lounges, and then you get in first class
Yeah.
upgrades. I'm
When you
catching
get first
automatic.
class, you've made
I'm
it.
catching automatic first class upgrades, and that's when really traveling became easy. So if I had to go on the holidays,
Yeah.
I got all these points. I'm getting automatic upgrades, and I'm skipping the line. I'm getting preferred access, zone 1.
Yeah.
So it makes it a big difference. So even if I had to go somewhere on the holidays, no problem. I went and got registered for, I forget what it's called now, for the pass, so I could have TSA
You have clear, or you have TSA pre-check.
pre-check. I got
Hmm.
pre-check. This is recent, but pretty much back then I was pretty much could go into the frequent flyer line.
Yeah. The lounge.
Yep, and
Hmm.
then so I cut the longer line,
Hmm.
and then I would just go to the lounge, and then I would pre-board and all that stuff. So that's how you really want to do it, especially for the holidays. And then also I knew what airports to avoid.
Hmm.
So if it's like the non-holiday, I'll connect in Chicago. So I'm coming from Pittsburgh, and so I'll connect in Chicago, and then go wherever I need to go. But if
O'Hara or the other one?
O'Hare,
Yeah.
which is just horrible,
The
and it's just horrible because it really
other
is
one's a
windy.
little like further out than the city limits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so windy. There's so many delays. So if you don't catch an early morning flight and get there and leave by 11, you're gonna have delays every time.
Yeah.
And so I would get there, catch a 6 a.m. flight, get there by like 10, 9 or something, 10, and then get out of there before any delays.
Hmm.
And then if it's holiday season, and if I'm going to the West Coast, I'm not going through Chicago. We'll go through Texas or
Hmm.
Arizona.
Hmm.
And then if I'm coming back, it's the same thing. I might connect through Atlanta.
Yeah. That's a hub.
Yeah, because and then I started thinking about food, like where do I want to eat at? Because if
Hmm.
I'm on a flight for 4 hours, I'm gonna be hungry when I come off. Who's got the best meal choices? So Texas, Atlanta, places like
Texas
that.
got some good stuff in their airports.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And then let's see what else. I mean, that's pretty much it. Just learning how to travel made a whole big difference in how I would move around during the holidays. But then, if you really want to get to where you're going, just don't even fly at all. Hop in the car and
Now
get there
I
early.
can't do those long drives anymore. I used to be able to do the long distance drives. If it's 6 hours or more, it's not for
Well,
me.
see, I would. I'm trying to
Six
think.
hours I can do. 6 hours or more is like that seventh hour
Yeah,
kills me.
and that's really what I was doing. I mean, I'll hit the 6, on the road. But yeah, that's pretty much the max.
Yeah.
But that's the easiest way because I mean, of course, don't leave on the actual day or the day
Yeah.
before. You got to leave at least 2 or 3 days and work from home one day. Like you got to, you
Yeah.
got to. You can't
Some
do any
people
other way.
aren't afforded that luxury. I mean, some people
You're
can work
right.
from home, but
No,
some
you're
people
right.
are like, I only can leave
Well,
Friday
listen,
night and be back Sunday evening.
take that extra day, man. Get that extra peace of mind, man, for real. So,
Yeah.
I mean, so that was the extent of me trying to figure out how to travel, learning how to travel, and then being an avid traveler.
What are your top 3 airports that you've ever been to?
Actually, Detroit I thought always had a really nice airport.
You know, I agree with that. Detroit has a decent airport.
I spent some time in Minneapolis airport, but not a
I've
long
never been
time.
there.
That was big, like Detroit, and then Ronald. I believe it's Ronald Reagan in Texas was pretty decent.
That airport is huge.
Yeah, that was pretty
That's
decent.
a huge airport.
Hmm.
You know, so the holidays, it does you hustle and you bustle and you travel around. I want to just share one of my most traumatic holiday travel stories. So all of you out there that don't know, I went to school in the Pocono Mountains at Wilkes University. Shout out to Jen, shout out to Randy, shout out to J Boog, all of my girls. But I was just never ready for the type of snow that it used to happen up there, right? Like I knew that it was the mountains. I knew that we were like by ski resorts and all that kind of stuff, but I just never ever prepared myself. I remember my freshman year, I didn't like bring my coat because I was like, oh, I'll come home for Columbus Day weekend and I'll bring
How
all
you
my
ain't bring
winter
your coat, man?
because it was like we grew up in by the shore. It don't get cold. When do you break your coat out?
I mean,
when
I
you
got
was
my
home?
coat with me year round.
No, I'm talking about you are a freshman in college, right? You don't
I had
know
a coat with me year round.
listen to what I'm saying. You're a freshman in college, you're leaving New Jersey, and you think that you're still going to be somewhere where it's similar climate to New Jersey. When does it get cold? When did you start wearing your coat in New Jersey in high school? What month was it? Like for a heavy coat. It's not that I didn't have like a jacket, but your heavy, like your North Face coat. When do you break that out?
I mean, I don't know because I mean,
in the school year, right? Like you would get it at Christmas time, and you would start wearing it.
I mean, I've
around that time.
I mean, to me, the weather doesn't get the same like it used to. You know, I've had a North Face on like November, like now.
Okay, so Columbus Day weekend is in October. You get that weekend off for college. I was going home. But
that's not what I was saying to you, though.
No, I'm saying it started snowing in September. Mm-hmm. We were only in school from August to September. You would never have thought to bring your coat.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
You went to school very far away.
I always had my coat with me.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a different experience. I'm not talking about jackets. I'm talking about a coat. You don't even like to wear heavy coats. You don't.
I do.
No.
But I just like the coats. The jacket's better. So I'm willing to. So this is my thing. So
I understand that, but you don't wear a heavy coat. Like I have. It has to be snowing outside for you to wear a heavy coat.
You're right, because I rather wear a thermal shirt. You know what I'm saying, under a jacket.
That is very much what guys do.
Yeah, I mean, but I always got the North Face with me, ready.
That's you. Let me finish my story. So I did not have my coat because I was going to go home in October because I didn't think it was going to start snowing in October. And just like lo and below, like it started snowing. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have a coat. So my mom had to like ship my coat to me. And it just like my freshman year, it snowed a lot, like probably more than regular. Like it snowed a whole lot. So we were getting ready to go home for Thanksgiving break, and it was snowing. And I'll never forget, like if you guys are familiar with the Northeast Extension, the exit was maybe like you'd off the exit, and our college was like maybe 4 exits after you get off of that extension. But it's like literally like a windy, rappy road around like a mountain. Like you see like how you go around the curve, and it's like the little like barricade that barely will keep you over the side of the road. So I used to always be scared to go around that curve. And there was like there's not a lot of like rest areas. Like if you're familiar with like highways and stuff like that, there isn't a lot of rest areas in this area. It's probably very rural. So if you get like a flat tire or something happens to your car, you are basically screwed, right? So I'm driving my car. My car was not the best car in the world. I'm driving home and my alternator goes bad in my car. Have you ever had your alternator go bad in your car?
I believe so.
But like it's one of those things like in your car that you don't know what the hell is going on with the car. Like you get a flat tire, you're like your steering wheel starts shaking. You're like, oh, I got a flat tire. If your alternator goes, it starts to slow down, but you can turn the car back on. Then all the lights on the dashboard go off. It's just like one of those things that happens with the car that you don't know what's going on with the car. So I end up pulling over. Luckily enough, I was just passing a gas station. So like I pulled over to the side of the road and I had to walk a little bit back towards the gas station. I didn't have AAA. I had no cell phone at the time. These when I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
when you think about life without cell phones, you be like,
Yes.
yo, people's out there bad. Like, just now, that even for the safety, like,
Mhm.
so many things could have happened just without a cell phone. Like, really, like all them scary movies, Wrong Turn
Yep.
and Texas Chainsaw. Like, your car mess up in the wrong place, and you have to walk to get some type of phone service or a shady mechanic. It's crazy.
It was so I was like all that stuff that Awesome just said, that's how I was feeling. I was like, somebody's gonna kill me on the side of this road, drag me into these woods, and nobody's ever gonna see me again. I walked to the gas station that had like a little mom and pop mechanic in there, and they let me use the phone, and I had to call my mom, and she had to like literally Western Union me some money. One of my friends, I think it might have been Jen. It might have been, I don't know if it was Jen or not. Shout out to having friends that live in the area. Had to come pick me up, drive me back to the dorm. Did you guys dorms used to close? Like you couldn't be in the dorm after like the holiday break?
Yeah, they used to do some stuff, something like that. But I was always late going. But I heard stories like some kids not going home or staying to the last day.
Yeah. So I was past that moment because I was a RA. So I had to call the dean and was like, I need to sleep in the dorm for the night. They were like, go ahead, like sleep in the dorm for a night. And then the next day, I couldn't get the car fixed because it needed some extensive work. Had to go home and work all break to help pay for the alternator. And you know what I took to get home?
The Greyhound.
The good old Mart's bus. I used to love taking the bus. Awesome does not believe in the bus. He doesn't like the bus. The bus has saved my life a lot of times.
Well, you keep taking it.
Why don't you like the bus?
No, it's not that I don't like it. I got a car.
I know, but sometimes you don't want to drive. It's like having your own personal driver.
Well, I mean, I consider the train, and that's even if I feel like there's just a little bit more space on the train, and then that, what I'm saying, to me the bus is too close. It's just too narrow, and it's too slow. And I know the train moves about the same way, but the bus, I mean,
no, the train is definitely way more cozy.
They stopping, you know what I'm saying? It's just, to me, it's not as fluid as I would like it to be. That's all. That's really what it is. I got places to go. I can't spend, and they break down.
I've never been on a bus where it broke down. They do break down. I have to say that is 100% facts. But I've never been on one. But I used to take the bus very frequently. And then after that, I didn't have a car for a while, so I always took the bus. And I lived in Atlantic City area, so all the buses would come to Atlantic City. So you would get your bus fare back in cash. They would actually hand you the money when you got off of the bus. So it would be like going home for free anyway.
Very nice.
So I was like, oh, this came. But the car breaking down the alternator, that was like super traumatizing story. Like it was full on like blizzard, winter, snow on the side of a mountain. And, I just I used to have so many hard times in college. And that's one that I really remember vividly. Like, why always me when I'm trying to just get home for the holidays? I think that year I got home like Thanksgiving Day because I think I was leaving the day before Thanksgiving. And then like I had to take the bus. And it was only like one bus that was like at 5:30 in the morning that was leaving to go to Atlantic City Thanksgiving Day. It was it was wild. But we love to travel to different places to see the sights for the holidays. Mm-hmm. What's one of your favorite places we've gone to see like some of the like festivities for the holiday season?
Well, if you're from Jersey, the PNC Art Center always has the light show.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's always good to take the kids there, but definitely like growing up, that was a big thing. Mm-hmm. I forget how much it might have been, $5. And then
that's
sometimes,
it? Wow, that's a deal.
I mean, I think it's more now, but I'm talking about back in the day. Mm-hmm. And then they would also have the tree lighting at the PNC Art Center. So there was a couple of times we went to the PNC Art Center to the tree lighting, and I remember they always had like the free hot chocolate. So that was a big deal for kids.
Nice.
Yeah. And one year, I brought like a couple of my friends, and we was running around doing stuff up there. So I thought that was cool. Just because it was so like a larger tree and a bigger crowd, and so I had a vibe to it.
Yeah.
But as we became like teenagers or whatever with cars and stuff, we go to the PNC Art Center as far as with the lights, and it's like one car at a time, and you drive past, and it's like a moving light of Santa and Rudolph. Cats would be in the car with the chick messing around. They would that was always a big thing. Like you'd be like, why is this car not moving? And sure enough, you know what I'm saying, you can sort of see them in the car, like, are they doing something? Like it used to always be like that.
Why would you go through a drive-through thing and be trying to do something?
Well, because it's extremely slow.
Oh.
Like it's not like
no,
it's like you might really be waiting to get to you can't see it, but there's a light right here. To light, it'd be like 25 minutes. So it might take you an hour to get to the whole thing.
Wow. I wouldn't want to do something like that because like I would feel trapped.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's pretty. I've seen people driving through, but I didn't know it was that slow. So they would be getting their hanky panky on.
I used to always hear a story, but people sometimes I think it was cap. Like you know what I'm saying. High school. Now looking back on high school, there's a lot of cap, man, about things they did and who they was messing with.
The myths, right?
Yeah, they got a story. They was taking. Yeah, they wasn't doing none of that. Man. They wasn't doing none of that. But also as far as I'm trying to think back in the day. New York, being from Jersey, New York, the holidays wasn't huge growing up, but like later as I got older, I was like, I really wanted to experience the New York Christmas scene a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So it started with my daughter. I started taking her to Macy's, to the Santa there,
mm-hmm.
or I should say, trying to. Man, we pulled up one time. Man, pulled up one time early too, and like the guy was like, "Yo, the line is like 4 hours." I was like, 4 hours? Are you kidding me? He was like, yeah, the line is like 4 hours from this point.
People come all from around the world to go to this is the Macy's on 34th Street. So it's like Miracle on 34th Street.
So
Macy's.
Miracle on 34th Street was basically about the Macy's Santa. Mm-hmm. And they said that's the only store with the real Santa. So we got there and we couldn't wait 4 hours, but they had a shorter line where you could walk through and just look at him. And so so that's pretty much what I did.
Whack.
That's what we did. We just who
listen.
Who
wants to just see them? You want to go and tell them like what you want for Christmas.
Yeah, no, I got you. But in that situation, what can you do?
No, I get you. I hear you.
What could you do? We just went to another mall and saw Santa, but we wasn't able to go there and see Santa.
That was really a tradition with you and C. You have a lot of pictures of her almost every year with Santa. Did you do it last year?
I don't think so.
I think you did the year before, but you probably have her from her being a baby till she was probably 8 or 9.
Yeah,
all in a row.
That's when I had her for the holiday.
Yeah.
And then let's see what else. So then we would also do outside of Macy's because that's where they do the windows, and so each window is a theme, and with the little puppets and animatronics and all that stuff that have different things. One will be a South Pole scene, one will be outer space, one will be whatever. So, and then always wanted to go to Rockefeller Center to see the tree. Mm-hmm. And that was something that, I guess that was more of a date thing. So, when me and you started dating, that's where we started going. And that was a big thing. And then that was it.
You say it's so casual. You got to tell the story. I think that was a good story. But when we first went to see the tree.
You can tell it better than I can.
You think so? You planned it all out. So the story is that Awesome asked me out. We had just started. We probably only dating like a month. And he was like, I'm going to take you somewhere nice. And he asked me like 4 questions. He was like, what do you want to eat? And what do you want to see? It's like sometimes like just 4 questions. And so he called me and he said, hey, he was like, we're going to go somewhere. But you wouldn't tell me where we were going. It was a complete surprise. So I was like, are we going to be outside? Remember, I needed a hat. I was like,
typical Candace.
I need a hat because it's going to be cold.
Just like the jacket. She wait till the day to get the hat. All right, guess who had a hat?
He's pointing at himself. But I wanted a nice hat because this nice man was taking me on a date. And I was like, I don't want to look like a pooput. So I was like, can I go buy a hat real quick?
I was like, no, we got to go. Almost messed all my plans up.
I didn't mess your plans up.
I said almost.
No.
Because for one, like, it's a time thing. Like, there and back. That's the hard part. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you coming from Atlantic City, hour and a half. Us driving up, that's another hour and a half. It's about 3 hours to get up there.
Yeah.
And then we had to take an extra hour to get the hat.
I didn't take an hour. I did not take an hour to get the hat.
Okay, finish the story.
I was in and out. Got a hat. So then we start driving towards New York. So I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to go to New York. So the first stop was, did we go to Tree first? I think we went to the Tree first. Yeah, we went to the Tree. So if you guys are not from the Northeast, Rockefeller Center, they do a big tree lighting every year. It's a big tradition in New York. It's just really beautiful. There's an ice skating rink there. They've done, now they do like a little Christmas village in Bryant Park. Like just that kind of area of New York gets kind of really done up for the holidays. So a lot of people go to the Tree to take pictures. And then they have like a light show, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like opposite. What is that, a church that light show was on?
It's now part of the whole like Rockefeller Center thing. But
Yeah,
I thought that was a department store. I thought that was Neiman.
Maybe it's one of them, and it's so like it's a light show that's synchronized with music. So you can go see the Tree, take some pictures, then you go watch the light show. Then we walk to Macy's to go see the window display, and the window display is really beautiful. Like it's like walking outside looking at a museum. So you go and you see the window display. Then we caught a cab. So New York, and we might have called an Uber. I'm lying.
I'm trying to think.
First year you drove.
Yeah, I drove around. We found it was kind of got lucky and found some parking, and we drove to Brooklyn. Yeah. But then I think time had evolved because I don't think I was living there yet, but
no, not the first year.
Was easier. I was more flexible, and I don't think we took a Uber.
The first year, no, we didn't because we went to Root and Bone.
Mm-hmm. I think I took just a taxi somewhere.
I think we did leave the car where it was at and either took the subway or a taxi. To the restaurant. Mm-hmm. And our reservation wasn't ready, so then we went into that little bar.
So little bar on the corner. Yeah.
On the corner, and that was the first selfie me and you took.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the hat on. We should insert it here. We should insert the picture here. Yep. So that was our first date. And I think that it's pretty magical to be in New York at the holiday times. But, there's other like places regionally. Like here in DC, they do the whole national park. They make it like a whole winter wonderland. Now, I don't know if they're going to do that this year because of the pandemic, because of the social distancing. But I saw yesterday, I was seeing like a clip of Kim Kardashian's Instagram on the Explore page. Mm-hmm. So that girl, JoJo, the singer, mm-hmm. JoJo, she did a Winter Wonderland Christmas like drive-through concert.
Yeah, wow.
And then like all of the kids were getting presents. They were like giving them presents in like in the cars. And I was like, what kind of rich people stuff is this?
Yeah, man, that's what the drive-in or the parking lot concerts is pretty big now. I mean, I can see more of that.
Mm-hmm. So I think we'll probably see a lot of that with the colder weather happening. What do you think dining experiences are going to be like in the wintertime?
Well, I saw an advertisement selling heated tables. So as you said, at the table underneath of it is like a warming fire.
Get out of here, please.
Yeah, and so it warms your legs.
No.
I mean, that's New York kind of always had outside dining, even in the winter. They've had the lamps for smokers, and then now they're just going to have more for dining.
One year we got all of our friends together. We did the igloo things at the top of that restaurant.
Yeah, I think we were on our normal holiday
excursion.
Yep, and then you hit up a couple people, and they just happened to be available. And we met at 235th.
Yeah, it's like rooftop 235th or something like that. And did that. I think we'll see a lot of the igloos. I'm not here for the outdoor dining though. I'm not like trying to sit outside and eat a whole meal when it's like literally 4 degrees outside.
Well, you gotta have like a hot beverage. The 235th, they had the hot cider, the spiked cider, so that was good.
Mm-hmm. They had a lot of good hot drinks.
Yeah, bring your coat.
You definitely have to bring your coat. But what else? Travel tips, places that we've been.
Well, I mean, there's other small areas that do it well too. Like there's a couple places in Pennsylvania that do good for the holidays. I think it's called like Peddler's Village.
Along with gardens too in PA.
I mean, I've seen more ice skating rinks pop up. That's always something cool to do. A lot of people don't, take advantage of that. Mm-hmm. I mean, like where we at here in Maryland, the little town center has a little ice rink.
Yeah.
So, but one year I took C to like the ice skating, like the hockey rink that was doing open skate.
Uh-huh.
And of course, you hear about it. They'll give you the hockey skates. Them things are impossible to skate on.
Yeah.
And so it is. It just doesn't. I guess they have to be extremely tight. And the
Yeah.
way the hockey, I guess, all these white guys with these fat feet, because mine is narrow, so it's just my foot is just dangling around in the ice skate, and I can't do anything. So it wasn't fun. But I've seen, if you can find some good skates, it can be a lot of fun.
I think every person should go ice skating at least once in their life. I think it's
Yeah.
totally an experience you have to have.
I've seen they stepped it up a little bit, and now they have like ice bumper cars. I've seen that too.
Oh, that's probably dope.
Yeah, because people fall a lot. What I'm saying, on the skates. She was falling, and she had to get a helmet. Because that ice is unforgiving. You fall on that ice, you'll bruise your whole side.
They gave her a helmet. They provide a helmet.
So yeah, so if you got
man.
little kids under a certain age, make sure they bring a helmet because it's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen.
Jeez Louise. Yeah.
I mean, but as far as like travel tips and go somewhere, like I always think people should take more ski vacations.
I agree.
I mean, there's places in New Jersey, Vernon Valley, used to be Action Park.
We went up there. That was fun.
They're a ski place. They have like, cabins, ski and ski out cabins. And then of course now with Airbnb, what it is, you can Airbnb a log cabin, and Tennessee has places.
Have you ever stayed in a log cabin?
I mean, like not in a traditional sense, no.
Yeah, my friend Katie used to live in a log cabin. We would have like little sleepovers over there.
Crazy.
Her whole house was a log cabin. I used to think it was so dope. It was pretty cool, but I think that's very romantic. I think that's a romantic getaway. And there's some places that people don't even think about, like Kentucky, Tennessee, like some of these places where
people don't be thinking about a lot of places, man, at all. But yeah, Kentucky, Tennessee, also like Utah. I mean, I've been to Park City, Utah.
Yeah,
and they've got amazing areas for just resorts and winter resorts. And I mean, even if you go to California, I mean, there's not like, you don't have to go to like Big Bear. That's where people live at, but you can go to, I'm trying to think of the lake out there. That's ski out, Lake Tahoe.
Reno, yeah, Tahoe.
Yeah. Now that's a place you want to go for the winter because it's warm, but it's snowing, and you can literally ski and ski out. So yeah, check out definitely some winter ski vacations.
It's definitely, I think, if you're a Caribbean island type vacationer, but you love to travel, check out some of the Midwest cities, because there are a lot of those Midwest, like Tahoe is beautiful. Lake City is beautiful. There's a lot of those kind of like, I wouldn't think to go there, but even if you don't like to ski or don't know how to ski lessons are relatively cheap. They'll with a ski rental, they'll normally teach you how to ski. And there's other things like tubing or snowmobiling or anything like that you don't have to like ski,
Yeah, the tubing's cool. A lot of places now offer that in a more exciting way. Like it's not just the small bunny hill with the tube. Now there's like, like paths
and tube, like
little jumps and automate. It's just a longer ride down a bigger hill. Like there's tons of things you can do. Also, too, if you look, some of these ski places offer cross country skiing. You know what I'm saying? That's a good way to start. That's flat ground. So
I feel like that would be so hard.
I mean, it's no different than running. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's a workout.
You know what I'm saying?
But remember,
I need a little that momentum down the hill
you're
to
gliding.
go.
I mean, you kind of are though. You kind of are. It's all kind of gliding.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about as far as just outside of the box type activities.
For sure.
But,
I do think also too, when you're traveling during the holidays, you need to pack light. I know we were just talking about the coats.
Wear your coat on the plane.
Wear your coat on the plane.
So you don't gotta pack it.
Actually, wear like your long johns that you can like wash when you get to your destination. Like wear whatever you can on the plane and do a carry-on. The last couple of times I've traveled, the wait for my check bag has been like ridiculous. And that was just I'm just not that. When we came back from Florida, you remember that was OD long. And then You went somewhere that I was waiting for you, and your check bag like was taken forever.
Yeah.
I can't remember what last place you went.
Yeah, that depends on the quality of airport you go into. Some have better backroom processes, and some don't.
I feel like our airport is decent, but I don't know what.
It's not decent.
You don't like that airport? I think it's a good airport.
I would judge an airport good based on if it's international airport or not.
That's the international airport.
Yeah, but it's not on the level that Atlanta's on. It's not on the level that, like I say, some of the other bigger ones are.
Yeah, I think the biggest ones are Atlanta, Philly, and what is it? Is LaGuardia the international one or JFK?
Man, I got super lucky at LaGuardia, man. I was flying somewhere and they had canceled all the flights, but I had just put in the ticket to walk away. Like I was already waiting for like 2 hours. And then I was like, I'm done. And I already had went to the ticket thing, told them I wanted to cancel and get my bag. And so they sent me around to get it. They called the guy. But after I left, I made it out. They said bag was taking 8 hours to come out.
Wait, what stopped you? What made you do that?
I can't remember. I think it was just like inclement weather. I think it was like.
Oh, you just like, I'm not staying, so let me get my bag.
I had already been waiting super long.
Oh my god!
And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave and try to get another flight.
Oh my god!
But the bag took 8 hours to come out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
That's like sometimes it's not even worth it. Like if you have a long layover, if you have a layover that's 3 hours or less, it does not make sense for you to leave the airport. If it's 3 hours or more and you have like a friend or something, then you can check your bag out and check it back in. But while you were talking about that, and this is always like a high topic, in your heyday before me, have you ever had to fly a bay out for a holiday?
Yeah, I think I did.
Did you pay for the flight?
I think with my frequent flyer miles, I got a discount.
You used your frequent flyer miles. How was that? Like, was it like just you and that person celebrating the holidays? I
think it was around the holiday. I don't think it was the actual holidays.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think that it was like a little bit before. So I think what happened was the person came out and then I was going back home and I drove back. I think that's how it was. I can't remember.
So you've flown a girl out.
I mean, it's not that traditional sense, but I mean the girl flew out, but I didn't fly her out. I was like, yo, I get a discount. You pay the difference.
Oh, so you made her pay the difference.
Why not? I mean, if I'm hosting.
Okay. Right. All right.
Yep.
So is that the proper protocol for that?
I don't know, but I mean.
That's what you did?
That's just what I did.
I've never been flown out before.
But you've been on a plane before, the same thing.
No. Getting flew out is when somebody is paying for your way and paying for your ticket. I bet you a lot of girls are getting flown out right now because the NBA season just stopped and it's about to start.
I don't know.
What countries do you see being open right now during the pandemic? I see a lot of international.
I think Tulum is open.
Oh my god!
I think
they have Tulum just to death.
I think Jamaica's open.
I heard Jamaica, you got to do 14 days.
Europe has to be open.
I think that's the only place that is not letting international travel from America right now.
I don't know.
Because anything you know what I've heard is that you have to quarantine for 14 days when you get there. You know.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, some people that's a blessing. They just schedule a longer trip.
Mm-hmm.
Some people you'd be surprised what some people got. I heard some people saved a lot. I've heard some people spent a lot. So it depends on the person.
Yeah.
I got a story for holidays. I used to, drive back home from college. So what I used to do was, I went to college in Atlanta, and it's not bad ride, but it's like 14 hours.
That is a long ride.
So I used to fly back, but it's hard because you fly out for Thanksgiving, so you fly and you stay in for like 2 days, right? And you fly back, and then literally like 2 weeks later, you gotta fly back again
for Christmas.
Yeah. So
Christmas
it's tough if you not, what I'm saying, if really. So that's why standby helped a lot. But I had a cousin. My cousin lived in Atlanta, and I started riding back with her. I remember she had this little Saturn, and it was cool. And I was not complaining because it was a free ride. I think I didn't have any cash at all. You get what I'm saying? Like just a college student
Struggle.
with a meal plan. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get to these biology classes. But we made the trip, first year there and back, and it was a cool ride. And then I believe it was either the next year or whatever. And I had a girlfriend in college, and she was from my hometown, so she was like, well, I can't go home, but if I can't fly, but maybe I can ride with you and your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it for a second. I was like, yeah, I guess she could. But then I thought about it, and I was like, nah.
Why did you do that? That was so mean.
It was crazy. But you know what? It wasn't just unwarranted. You get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand, you gotta treat people right to get something. You know what I'm saying? She was being, in my eyes at that point, you know what I'm saying, we was beefing a lot. And she really wasn't being a good girlfriend at all. And I was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, find your own way. Like, I'll find my way, you find your way.
It just be blowing my mind when you tell me that you have a girlfriend in college. I couldn't, sporadically, I would use that very loosely. I have boyfriends. It's so much going on in college. Just like with the workload alone. Let's not even get into anything else. Just the workload.
Well, don't get it. And I mean, I guess I use that term loosely because I have mad free time. So don't make it seem like it was like I didn't have any free. I had mad free time. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I really shouldn't even say that I had a girlfriend, but I don't know. I knew a girl who I hung out with sometimes. That's really all it was. That's really all it was. I hung out with her a couple times every now and then, maybe, you know what I'm saying, once every 3 months. That's not really a girlfriend.
No, that was your girlfriend. You can't say
Well,
that.
I mean, what else? I guess it depends on where you come from. Like, what else do you call a girl? You know what I'm saying?
Who you hang out with frequently. Now the whippersnappers.
No, not known frequently, known associated with.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? That's the difference. They'd be like, yo, because if you go this way with somebody, they can be like, yo, didn't you don't you talk to her?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ladies love to say that when y'all see a guy out. Be like, not really. They'd be like,
no.
I see her once every 3 months. Why are you in my business? Right?
No, you associate yourself with that person.
Well, you both associate yourself with them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what you call somebody who you associate with frequently.
That's your girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I just my collegiate experience was very different. It was just different when it came to the romantic relationships.
It wasn't romantic either.
What? What was it?
Like, I don't really feel like college boys is out here being romantic.
There's some romantic college guys.
Well, what you're talking about is a guy being romantic on a first date.
Okay, I mean,
maybe the second, but after that second date, them dudes ain't being romantic.
There's some guys that lay it on thick.
Not the whole year, twice. I swear, it's probably the first date, second date, and then it's gonna be a long break, right? Then it's gonna be like this. You're gonna be a long break. You're gonna be doing what y'all do, and then like 6 months later, you're gonna start complaining and be like, you don't buy me Reeboks no more.
Well, that is funny.
And then he gonna pop up and be like, yo, I'm gonna take you out, do something special for you. You know what I'm saying?
It's
and then
y'all go to
McDonald's. Y'all go to McDonald's and y'all be like, oh, this is so nice.
That's college.
That was college. That was
college
straight college.
That's college.
Popeyes. Well, we had Popeyes in Lady.
Is that where your love of Popeyes comes from?
No, not at all. But we had a Popeyes. They didn't have Popeyes in the north.
They didn't have them up here. Mm-mm. No, but you're right. I think it's more puppy love in college. It really is, because nobody has a lot of money. It's not like anybody. I just used to love that this one person I dated just always picked me up from work. I used to think that was like the biggest deal. Like because I used to take the bus. Was I a thotty for taking the bus? I used to take the bus everywhere.
All the people watching this on YouTube or listen to the podcast, get us in the comments. Let me know if little Miss ENT was a thotty for taking the bus.
I was taking a bus everywhere. Oh man, but this one person would never let me. He never let me get on the bus. Is that like a man thing? Like, is that chivalry? Because I just don't know it.
Yes, you just don't know.
I just don't know it. But I used to think that was like romantic. Like they would have like a nice song playing in the car. I'd be like, oh, this is a vibe.
Yeah, man.
We were setting vibes back then.
When it can be all so simple, man.
It could. Back then, everything was also simple. Now, life is so complex. But no, I just think that college relationships, like, let me give you guys some advice real quick. If anybody that's in college listening right now, if you're in a relationship, have a blast. If you're not, don't worry about it. Trust me, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be a-okay because you'll find somebody. College is a lot of learning and growing, learning about yourself and growing. It really is. And would you have sneaky links, as they say on Clubhouse, when you would come home from college?
No, I just saw her pretty much not every day.
Oh,
but
because you had a girlfriend, but there wasn't like you didn't have a bae back home that you would come see when you would get up.
No, she kind of made sure I didn't do that.
Oh man!
So I mean, that was a tough one, man. I don't even know how I got myself in that situation.
That is funny.
I honestly really didn't try to get myself in that situation. I chose college I wanted to go to and went. I didn't say, yo, come down here too. You get what I'm saying? She just filled out the application on her own and came down there.
You weren't opposed to it, though,
I mean,
right?
I'm not opposed to a black girl going to HBCU. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
I'm like, yo, do your thing.
King.
And I'm like, well, I mean, I guess we down there together. But at the same time, like, it just makes things hard. Like you said, if you're a known associate, like, people know that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, like, you go home. The first thing you do, you pull up. Where's your known associate? Like,
yes.
Yo, you out here without your known associate? Be like, damn, I'm not connected at the hip. I'm actually trying to see people, and maybe I want a new known associate. Everybody be like, no, you have to stay with this known associate. Everywhere I went, I had to stay with this known associate.
Yeah, but listen, that's better. I'll tell you guys. Here, this is a story time. One of the biggest times I ever got played was I came home for Christmas break, and this guy from the summertime seeing me in the club.
Summertime.
Was like, she's finally back.
Mm-hmm.
And we were party girls. We always went to the clubs every time we would be home.
My girl likes to.
What is that song?
Party all the time. Party all the time.
I don't know that song. But the guy would always. So I finally exchanged numbers with him, and then we went somewhere where all of our friends were there. Mm-hmm. And so I started talking to him, and I really liked him. I was like, oh, he's like a cool person. Like, like, hey, we'll talk. Winter break goes like this. Like, you're only home for a little while. He lived down where I'm from, and then I went back to school. When I tell you hotline bling, let me tell you how poor I was in college. If you didn't have my room phone number, isn't that crazy? Like, my room phone number, you were not. If you didn't hit me on AIM, you weren't hitting me, because I couldn't talk to nobody until after 9 p.m. because I didn't have any minutes.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing.
Do you remember that we were living le struggle? Okay, like, I was like, don't hit my line because I'm over my minutes. Like, I'm not answering the phone for you. So one of my friends was like instant messaging me like crazy, and then my phone rang in my room, and I was like, oh, it must be going down. And they were like, so-and-so was spotted.
Known associates. I'm telling you, man. Like, yo, man. I swear, that's why people be considered ladies be the feds, man. They
oh my God.
Find out, yo, he's not with his known associate, yo.
Holy moly. But you can't be kicking it for like 2 weeks straight with one person.
But this the thing. You
gallivanting the streets with them.
This is the thing that needs to change, right? You're right. You can't, but at the same time, being older now, you totally could. Like, you were really.
You're right.
We get
attached
at
too
that
quickly.
age and that time.
You're right.
You have the
whole life.
Yes, you have the ability to do whatever it is makes you happy at that age. Because when you get older, that stuff that makes you happy starts to go away. If you are with Stacy and and you know what, you start wanting to talk to Tracy. Then just be like, look, I want to go talk to Tracy. I'm sorry. I know we've been going together for 2 years.
Do you wish that you would go back now and tell your younger self, like, dog, just do what makes you happy?
No, because I mean, I kind of, I did.
So you were cheating?
No, it's not cheating, but at the time, I mean, like, I was focused on more things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told you, I was a crew runner, right? So it was really about me and my boys. And so it wasn't like, yo, I'm about to go mess with these girls. I'm like, yo, we going to do music. We going to do rap battles. We going to concerts. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I was doing what I wanted. I really was never worried about girls like that.
Yeah.
And so, but then, I mean, if I needed something, I wanted something, I knew where to go. I mean, now if I could have got a replacement for that situation, then I might have, but that was what it was.
Yeah.
So I'm hanging out with the fellas pretty much all the time. And then every once in a while, I'm going over here. And that was all it was.
Yeah. I agree. I 100% agree. I would tell my younger self, boo, don't have no boyfriend. Like, I would tell myself that. Don't let these boys drive you crazy. Oh, so I didn't finish the story. So the hotline was blinging in my room phone, and I was like, yo, what's up? And we all would go to this one club on Monday, and that following Monday, he was up in there boo loving with a whole nother girl. And so then this is ghosting before ghosting, y'all. I didn't even know what ghosting was. Called them once. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna call him again. I used to be that person, like, I'm not gonna call you no more. Like, if you don't answer me back, I am waiting for a return phone call. Are you like that? I'm like that.
No, not really. I mean, I don't know. Phone etiquette kind of went out the window now.
I won't blow your phone up. That's my whole thing. Like, I just will wait till you return my phone call, because I be thinking sometimes it's a little crazy when people blow people's phones up. But he didn't call me back. So I had to put the boots on the ground. I had to call one of my friends from back home to go lay eyes on the situation. And now when I think about that, right, when I think back on that, why? I didn't even really like him that much.
It's your pride, that's all.
You're right. It'd be our pride.
It's a pride thing.
So the moral of the story, y'all, when you go home for holiday breaks and you got your sneaky links, don't just keep it at that. Don't press forward. Because who wants to be with you will prove that they want to be with you. And if they don't, and keep it pushing. Like,
yeah, but that's older advice. It's hard when you're at that age. It's hard when you're at that age, because you're right. The connections be so strong. The connections be so thin, but you be making it seem like it's so strong.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, this person.
on it, awesome.
This person just.
You be like, I love them
so much. You be like, man, you don't even
know them.
You don't even know these Negroes.
You don't even know this person. You be thinking you're so in love, and you be like, oh no.
Yeah. So, but that's it. I mean, but what about Christmas though? Like, when it came to like the big day, you know what I'm saying? Were you having people over your house, or were you going over your boyfriend's house?
We would split time. I would like spend the morning with my parents, and then normally at night. Because my family's like early birds. Like by 5 o'clock, we're wrapping the day up. Like we've done what we're gonna do as a family. So yeah, I would go to my boyfriend's house, and his family really loved me. Like, I spent a lot. See, I had a boyfriend from sophomore to senior year. I wouldn't have did that. When looking back, no shade, but like, I just knowing now, like being so wrapped up and involved with the person. I don't know if I've ever told my high school boyfriend story.
That's kind of how it goes though. Just being in high school, you get what I'm saying? Like, to me,
and I'm super loyal. Like, I'm loyal like to the end. Like, you have to like really do some effed up stuff for me to be like, I'm not dealing with you no more.
But that's just how it goes. You can't. I wouldn't say don't be like, oh, I wish I did that, because I mean, at that age, that's what's going to happen. All you can kind of just do is be, just move on from being happy and healthy. That's all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's really all you can do.
I wish, not to digress too much, but what I wish, excuse me, what I wish somebody would have told me at that age is that a lot of people were having sex. They were jumping from person to person to person, having sex, like finding themselves that way. You don't have to do that to hang out and like learn about different people's and personalities. No, I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying to this generation, like to the younger people, like, you can go on a lot of different dates with a lot of people and not have to sleep with them and continue to have a relationship, like some type of friendship with them.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
There should be more relationship building.
Learn a lot of different people. That's like a lot of people have never dated outside of their race. I believe in your whole life, you should have dated somebody that is not of your ethnicity. just to learn, right? Just to learn
Well, I mean,
from that experience.
I get what you're saying, but like some people live in
It's
different
preference.
areas.
I'm just
some
saying
people
that
live in areas where there
it's
isn't
eye-opening.
anybody.
You're right. Everybody has
You know
their
what I'm saying?
choice
So-
to their preference. I'm not saying that go out and I'm just saying like if you can and you are curious about that, exhaust that curiosity, right? Go find what you think you're missing in life.
Man, I think
when
people,
you're young,
I think people is less seem to be less curious nowadays.
You
know
think
what I'm
so?
saying? Oh yeah, I think less curious. I feel like now just the way things pan out, like people, and I even think about there wasn't no politics in high school. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like we knew who the president was and all that stuff, but it wasn't no politics.
It wasn't politically charged like how it is.
Like
now.
I feel like now though, like is politics play a big role in high school relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's probably like avid Trump supporters that separate from the Democrats, and it's known. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they're not mixing at all, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know.
That could be it.
But who knows? I guess that would have to be
But
election.
this generation, I feel like there's no they see no color. It's a lot of interracial relationships in this generation.
Yeah.
Like
you know, that's one thing that happens, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, young, you know what I'm saying? But you know, and it does happen when you're older, but when you're young, you're right, you're gonna see way more of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to like be in like just like enamored by this like Filipino boy. And we used to have like the best times. Like, and we were never like intimately involved. We just used to kick it. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that like I got that experience with that person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, anyway, the moral of the story is don't be so wrapped up in high school / college relationships. If you're not in one, take it as a blessing. Keep it moving. You know. Yeah. So
what's some other places? So, you know, we went to New York, and going back to that story, it wasn't the first year. I don't even think it was the second year. I think it might have been the third.
I think this is the third year.
Yeah. So at this point, I had started working in New York, and I saw they was putting up this little like village.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like just some cool stuff. And I was like, oh wow, this might be cool when we come up for the holidays. Maybe we'll start here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna share the screen, and we started here and watched. We did the little video in Bryant Park. Let me see here. So I'll stop it between. So let's see.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying. That we're meant to be. We're meant to be.
And just it's this one, just a sidebar too. I think this was probably the first. This is probably one of the first videos we shot, like full videos that we shot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to be like as artistic as possible.
I remember I was upset because one of the comments was like,
"Oh yeah, shaky video." It's
why
like,
is the video so
but
shaky?
I was trying, and that's what I was saying. That's what I was kind of going into, and I got to start over again. I was trying to be like artistic in the way I was shooting it. So I was trying to like spin. You know, if you watch a vlogger's video, they kind of do that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I was like, okay, how can I make this like interesting to somebody watch?
Yeah.
And they didn't. They think it was.
We could be true. We could be true. I want you to see what I see in us. Something so real. Something so real. I want you to see that this is the love we both feel. That we both feel. And how will we ever know? Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Little Miss ENT, and as you can see, it's the holiday season. And guess where we're at? We're here at the fabulous Bryant Park. We're going to see the infamous Bryant Park Bazaar. Take a ride with me. Let's go see. Say, we could be true. You can be true. I want you to see what I see.
So it had transitions in this joint, everything. It had transitions. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of music. But it had transitions in here. I was doing 360 pans. I was like, I spent probably like, no lie, 2 days editing this video just for the first comment to be like, yo. So I can't watch it. I was like, yo, I just keep my hands up like, yo, I can't do it.
Is that what it's very like
But it was definitely, you know, outside food how it is now. Before it was really, how it was outside eating.
And it was definitely all the Instagram stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean like the pretzel, we had the croissant pretzel. I mean, there was just tons of
the rolled ice cream was out there.
Yeah. Empanadas, tacos, just tons of stuff. Local
Look,
food.
this is like this. I had an iPhone 6. That's how long it is.
You see everybody just walking around. This is one of those goose coats.
Here in Bryant Park, and it's essential that you get something to eat. They have everything from empanadas to gingerbread cookies. This is a pretty cool experience. If you're in New York, you definitely have to come and check this out.
There's a pretzel.
Mm-hmm.
You got the pretzel. Yeah, my office was like right around the corner, so I was like, yo, we just pop over here. I was walking past it like 2 or 3 times a day. So I was like, oh man, I can't wait to go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
But this girl with the pretzel was cool, man. She like explained everything and told us what it was about. Like this was the content, and this is actually this video. If you guys go on the Little Miss Entertainment YouTube page, it has a decent amount of views.
It's the most viewed video.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was pretty successful from just, you know, like trying to clickbait and, you know what I'm saying, have interesting content that people are looking to watch to figure out what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, people are planning their trips to New York for the holidays and they want to know, and then they see this and they're like, wow, this is pretty good. We also did the Smorgasbord in Brooklyn. I thought that was good. This reminds me a lot of Smorgasbord.
We did Smorgasbord like the 4th year we went. Yeah.
And so just a lot of food, a lot of looking and just walking around. That's raclette. Oh, that's where they take the cheese on the hot knife and they scrape it into the food.
Yep.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that was that.
Yep.
Wow. No wonder everybody was over there.
Yep.
And I guess that was a sandwich. It looked good, like just from the presentation and what they had in the window. I mean, these are like food carts, really. They were street vendors.
Yep. It's dope. Yeah. But it's cool. I mean, it looks like he's about to do the hot knife.
Let's see what he does.
See?
Oh, he was like, man, we ain't waiting for that. Then we went. They had a huge like skating area. That's what I was saying. Like, look at this. They had a big tree with the Northie on.
It's my favorite.
See, you have your coat.
Always.
You have your coat on.
It's a glorious place to come to Bryant Park at Christmas time. Look at this view.
And then they had the ice skate behind. I think now they have the ice bumper car.
We didn't have ice skate. It's such an amazing view to be here in the middle of New York City at Christmas time. Totally, if you're here and you get the opportunity to be on.
So then we went to the other side where there was less food and more like little stores. This was like a real mall. Like I felt like this could have been like a 3-story mall almost.
You know, looking at this now, I'm gonna have to like look it up. I'm sure it's probably open because that's like it looks like it's really good for social distance. Yeah.
Well, the people walking. So yeah, so that was Bryant Park. We walked around, talked to people, got some food, and then oh look, this part I don't remember this part. We had to cross the street, or we did take it to the street. We took it to Rockefeller.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was Rockefeller. So yeah, this was.
Oh, they do have the little park, the Bank of America Winter Village. Look at that, they grant everything. Don't
that was, but the tea was so early they didn't light it yet.
We went like it was the day before they were gonna light it.
they had done like a test light that evening, but we had just missed
We had
it.
just missed it.
So that was the tree. But you know, I guess looking at this tree, because they had hella jokes for the tree this year. But I mean, I think they have to put the lights and the ornaments on there. Like people, I feel like was judging it a little bit too early.
So we're in
You gotta
Rockefeller
put the
Center,
lights
standing
and the
right in
bulb
front
on
of the
there
tree.
first
You never come
before
here. It's one of those
you
magical
see it, because
feelings.
without that, it's
It's
just
like,
gonna look like a steamed tree.
like you know, Christmas is Santa Claus.
That tree was looking like it had the whole thing. Okay.
So that was our video. It's on YouTube. You guys check it out. You know, watch our New York City during the holidays. So just to recap, what are some of the places that you think, or actually, going back to the topic, what's your advice for holidays and relationships and couples?
Don't stress it.
Don't stress that. No, that is good. Keep it short, man.
It.
Keep it short.
Yeah, for sure.
Mine is you know, get into the gift of giving.
Yes,
and giving back.
For sure.
You know, that definitely will change a lot to the holidays, you know. And then, you know, try to save more than you spend. And then of course buy black. And, you know, support the Razor Comb right here at originalrazorcomb.com and on Instagram, razor_comb.
Yep. And then make sure you guys follow me on all my social media. It's at Little Miss ENT, LILMISSENT. Make sure you follow the YouTube channel, Little Miss ENT Show, and make sure you like the Facebook page. It's the Little Miss ENT Show. And if you're on Clubhouse, follow me, Candace Davis, at Little Miss ENT. As always, we love you guys for listening, because 100% you didn't have to. Have a great day, guys. Peace.